Hi there, my name is Axiom, and in this video we're going to cover my current top 10 modules for Foundry VTT. Okay, so first, before we go into this list, a couple of points. This is my opinion as of June 2022. Foundry is updating at an incredible pace, and some of these modules I know are not getting updated as often as others, and may well fall from this list fairly quickly, but for now this is where I'm currently at. Number 10. Dice Tray. A really good quality of life upgrade, giving us a little dice tray in the chat window. It is always useful for any random rolls that are needed within a game. You have all of the common dice types below, and you can select a die, clicking once or more depending on how many dice you need. You can also roll with modifiers. Number 9. D-Fred's Convenient Effects. I have covered this in another video on my channel. This is the way to deal with status effects like Grappled or Bless. Easy to use and does what it needs to seamlessly. Number 8. Always HP. This little module I always find handy as a GM, having this little extra bar at the bottom here for just doing health totals quickly. If I select a token and then type a number in here, I can always just remove 5 quickly, or if they get healed, I can then use the uptick. I can also select them as set them to dead or fully heal them if need be. This can also work with groups of tokens if needed. Number 7. Monk's Modules. This one is a bit of a cheat on my list. Monk's Modules are some of the best for enhancing my Foundry experience I've found. From Enhanced Journal, allowing for setting up of shops and as journal entries, to Tile Triggers, allowing actions to occur when a tile is interacted with on the map layer, along with Monk's Token Bar, giving a handy little party overview bar with stats all laid out at the bottom here. They're all so good, I can only recommend all of them. Number 6. Dice So Nice. Dice So Nice is the module that's giving us 3D animated dice that are very customizable, and I've always found that my players really like having them on. They're a great addition. Number 5. Compendium Folders. This one is purely organisational, but fills in what I consider a gap in basic Foundry. All of the actors directories, the items directories have folder structures. The only one that doesn't is the Compendium section. And considering we should be storing as much as possible within Compendiums instead of directly within the game so that the world will load faster, this is a very helpful module for keeping me organised. And I do believe that this should be upgraded to being a basic function of Foundry at some point. Number 4. Quick Insert. So as we're storing most things within Compendiums, we need a quick way of accessing those files. The answer that I've found for this is Quick Insert. Hold down Control and Space to bring up the search bar, then type for what you're looking for, then drag it straight into your scene. An incredibly useful module. Number 3. Token Action Hud. Another module that I find myself using all the time. Me or my players can click on a token, giving us this extra bar across the top here with all of their skills or their inventory items or features they may wish to use. A quick way of accessing most of what you would need off of your character sheet, but without having to have your character sheet open. I find this is used all the time. Number 2. Better Rolls. Better Rolls sets up the layout for the attacks and damage in the chat window in the way I currently like. Whenever one of my players or I roll, 2 d20s are rolled. If the roll is normal, take the first number. If it's at advantage or disadvantage, well, take the highest or lowest dependent. It's simple and clean, and at the moment does what it needs to do. Honorable Mentions. Drag Ruler. Does a simple task, but it makes the movement work on tokens the way I would like. When you pick up a token and start moving it around, the distance is shown. And if you have enough movement, the squares are green as you move. If you need to double move, you'll see that the squares then become yellow. And you can also still set waypoints by pressing space. Tidy UI. This little module helps compact some of the lists. For example, module settings here. You can see if as I expand or unexpand this section, so much tidier than the long normal list. GM screen gives me an extra little button at the bottom of the screen here, which I click. I can have lots and lots of extra information that I can pull up at a moment's notice if I need to look at, for example, in this case, look at different clans and information. All of that can be at my fingertips quickly, as if I had a real DM screen on my table. Pings. A simple module bringing up a pointer all can see when I press and hold on the screen. This would have been in the main list because I always install it. But I know for a fact that when version 10 is released of Foundry, this will be inbuilt functionality. So I'm moving it from the main list. Perfect vision. This makes dark vision work as per the rules of 5e. So areas that you're seeing that are in complete darkness should be in black and white. As we can see here, the torch is lighting this small area up in colour, but the rest is in black and white where he's using his dark vision. Again, this would definitely have been on my main list, but I again know that Foundry 10 will have this kind of functionally built directly into core, so I've moved it into this Honorable Mentions section. File picker improvements. A great quality of life upgrade I have talked about in another video. This gives shortcuts to folders in your libraries for easy access whenever you're looking for images etc. from your asset library. I find this speeds things up dramatically when it's used. And finally, number 1. D&D Beyond Importer. Your mileage may vary on this one, but as I'm a big user of D&D Beyond, I have all the books there. It's incredibly useful to be able to import all of my players' sheets into Foundry with just a couple of clicks. So for me, this has to take a very high spot on the list. And with that, we've come to the end of the list. Thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe for more content.